Hey guys, Jason Julius here, and I think that we can all agree that losing your erection sucks. Now, if it's been happening to you, please know that you are not alone. In this video, I want to give you 3 natural fixes for erectile dysfunction. Now, sometimes not being able to get an erection, it can be physical or psychological, but usually it's a blend of both. To make this super simple, let's look at the 3 pillars that must be in order for you to get hard. The first pillar is blood flow, the second pillar is hormones, and the third pillar is a calm nervous system. When all those things are working as they should, you'll be able to get an erection with no problem. Now, if you're not getting an erection, one or more of these pillars is not optimized to its fullest. So naturally, our 3 natural fixes involve optimizing these 3 pillars. All right, the first pillar is blood flow. Now, this is what most people think of. And it makes sense because obviously you need plenty of blood flow down there to make your penis hard. But many factors are playing a role here. As you get older, these tiny vessels are prone to damage or hardening, which can reduce blood flow. But also, just thinking that you're going to lose your erection can cause a surge of cortisol and adrenaline, which can restrict your blood flow in that moment. So regardless, you need a protocol to keep your blood flow absolutely on point. Now, I already kind of covered how to keep your blood flow at its absolute best using supplements in another video, but I will recap that here. So taking supplements like L-Arginine and L-Citrulline together acts as a natural vasodilator, relaxing the vessel walls, allowing for more blood flow. Now, I've honestly been taking these 2 together about 30 minutes before sex for over a decade, since my early 30s, just for that certainty, but I find it even more valuable as I get older. And I'll also add 200 milligrams of pine bark extract as another natural vasodilator that works really well with those other 2. And I also add about 500 milligrams of Epimedium or Horny Goat Weed, which acts as a natural PDE5 inhibitor, which opens your vessels nice and wide. And then I also recommend throwing in about 250 milligrams of Horse Chestnut into that stack because it works really well, opening up circulation, especially in those small veins of the penis. And I recommend taking this daily, and you'll see improvement in blood flow over time, but I also time taking it about 30 minutes before sex when I know that I'm gonna be having sex, so that I know that my blood flow is really on point. Okay, our second pillar is hormones. Now let's say your blood flow is good and you're still not able to get it up the way that you want to. The next thing to check into is your hormones, especially your testosterone. It's best if you can have your doctor check those numbers so that you can know the data and know where you're really at. You know, sometimes doctors won't want to do it. Won't do it for insurance reasons. I've always told my doctor that I'm feeling tired and I want him to have him check it. I've been doing that since my early 30s, just so I can have the numbers. But anyways, one factor that plays a role here is body fat. When you carry a lot of body fat, especially around your waist, this can cause a feedback loop that converts your testosterone into estrogen. So as guys get older and start to carry more fat, that also negatively affects their hormones. Now, you need testosterone to get an erection for multiple reasons. You need testosterone to have proper penile response to sexual stimuli. So you get hard when you see her naked. That's your testosterone that gives you that drive to get hard. And when your T levels are low, you may not feel much of a drive at all. And testosterone also aids in production of nitric oxide, which, as we mentioned, is critical for blood flow. So you'll want to optimize your testosterone, which is something that we're probably going to cover a lot more on this channel pretty soon because, to be honest with you, I've been pretty obsessed with it for a long time. And I also want to recommend I wouldn't rush out and start taking like testosterone replacement therapy, as it might, throw the balance of other hormones off and might do more harm in the long run. What you want to do is you want to first maximize your natural ability to produce testosterone first. Okay, our third pillar for erections is a calm nervous system. Many guys don't actually have anything physical causing the difficulty with erections, but it's more of a performance anxiety issue. When you experience performance anxiety, your body starts to produce cortisol and adrenaline, which causes your veins to constrict, which cuts off blood flow. Now, we've covered performance anxiety in several videos on this channel, but basically when your mind starts imagining the negative scenario of, say, losing your erection, it takes your body out of your relaxed nervous system and it triggers your fight or flight response. Your primitive brain prioritizes avoiding what it perceives as pain or a threat over you getting a hard-on. So this puts guys into a loop of losing their erection, then fearing it happening again, and then it becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. That's why I tell guys to say, "I love that," when it happens. Not because you love losing your erection, but because you are acknowledging that your body is just trying to keep you safe. And when you love that, instead of resist it, you send a signal to the nervous system that allows you to calm down. Now, you can check out my other videos about performance anxiety for clarity about this, but basically performance anxiety is something that you need to really keep in check to avoid losing your erection. You can also do things like practice breathwork techniques and meditation to teach your nervous system to slow down, and you'll be able to get to that state much easier when you need to. And you can't get an erection when you're nervous or fearful or overthinking. You need a calm mind, calm body, and a calm nervous system. You might even try getting a massage or use a foam roller to massage your muscles to work out tension, because it's really hard to relax a muscle that carries tension. Okay, so there you have it. We broke it down as simple as we can. If you can't get an erection, one or more of these 3 pillars needs your attention. With some conscious understanding, you can make some lifestyle tweaks that will make a big difference in optimizing all 3, no matter what your age is. Now, I hope this helped, and stay tuned for more videos. We're gonna get into some natural testosterone optimization and a bunch of other amazing ways to make sure that your body's really on point. And I've been working with one of the top supplement manufacturers to bring all those blood flow ingredients together in the right quantity and quality, which is something that I'm very picky about, so that it'll be much easier for you to be able to take all of them. So make sure you hit that subscribe button and stay tuned for all of those things. And if you have any questions, leave them down below, and make sure you hit that thumbs up. That really helps the channel. And I'll see you next time.